Hello, hello. Happy Monday night, everybody. I hope that you had a good weekend and that your week is getting off to a good start, even though it feels, at least in our house, just like another day. Don't even know it's a new week. So I titled this, Are You Asking for the Big and the Small Things? And I love sharing with you guys what God is teaching me right now, because I know that I learn some really valuable lessons when other incredible people that I trust and respect share their walk with Jesus. And so I just want to be able to offer that to you. And I feel like right now, with everything going on, the more we can encourage each other to just lean in closer to Jesus, the better. So lately, Ethan has been doing something that I so distinctly remember doing as a kid. And it is asking God for the most ridiculous things, right? So the other day we were out on a walk and there's a butterfly fluttering by, and he was like, God, please just let it land on my finger. Please, God, I want it to land right on my finger. And of course it didn't. And so we got to have a conversation about how sometimes God doesn't answer all of our prayers the way that we think he should or the way we want him to, but there's always a blessing in it in some way when we have a chance to talk to God. And so we talked about like just the ability to see this beautiful butterfly was really, really neat, right? And so then yesterday we were blowing bubbles on the porch. We've been doing bubbles like every day. So moms, if you don't have bubbles, get bubbles. Like it's a good 30 to sometimes 45-minute like time buyer right there. So anyways, we were doing bubbles, and Ethan, every time he would go to one spot on the sidewalk, the bubbles would blow the opposite direction. So he'd run over to the other side, and then somehow the wind would shift, right? And so he finally was like, God, please just let all the bubbles blow right in my face. Please, God. And I kind of chuckled a little bit, but in that moment, I just felt like God was like, Jenny, he asks me for anything. Bubbles would blow in his face, that a butterfly would land on his finger. He's not afraid, doesn't think it has to sound more grand. Whatever the excuse you may give yourself to not ask me for the thing that you're wanting, the thing that you're needing, or just coming to talk to me about what's important in your life right now, whether it be bubbles or butterflies or your bank account. Jenny, I want you to talk to me about all of those things. I want you to come to me with a childlike faith, one that believes that I will make a butterfly land on your finger. I will blow bubbles at you. And I feel like right now I had to share, like, I don't normally get nervous going live because I feel like I'm just talking to friends, and that's not weird to me. But tonight, like, I battled back and forth, like, oh, get on, get off. I don't know. Like, even right now, my heart's racing, but I feel like we all need to be reminded right now that it's okay to ask for the big things, and it's okay to ask for the small things. And even, I know for me, I've really been trying to, with the boys, like I said a couple of weeks ago, things that were like going great and we're like rocking and rolling, and then there's other days where I'm like, I'm out, seriously, someone take me out, I'm done. In those moments, instead of focusing on the I'm out, really leaning into Jesus and remembering he wants to be there for the big things when I'm stressed about the finances, or how is real estate going to look for Mark's business right now because you can't really go and see people the way you used to, or when I'm worried about like my kiddos at school, like we didn't really get to say goodbye and now school's officially closed for the rest of the year. Big things, I find it easy to just, pray about and give those to God, but he also wants to be involved in the little struggle moments too. The little, oh, thanks for that sunset, God, or the, hey, that was a really sweet breeze. So I want to encourage you guys tonight and just remind myself too that we are to come to him with a childlike faith and not be afraid to ask for the big things, regardless of what our life has looked like, regardless of what our actions have looked like. And we can also come to him and ask him for the small things too. And no, he's not a magic genie, and he's not going to grant all of your wishes, but he does want to be involved in your thoughts and in your desires. And he will, the more you lean into him, the more those desires will line up with what he wants for your life. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. Remember this week, go to him for the big things and the small things. He wants to be involved in all of it. So the next time you see a butterfly flying around, I hope that it reminds you, God, just let it land on my finger. He didn't even think twice before he asked. He just knew that God loves him so much and he can ask him for anything. And I hope that you remember that too tonight. So there you have it. Have a great night, everybody.